All right. Great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I'm just happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life. My pen is, oh, y'all know I'm petty. I don't know where my little pen top went. Anyway, but I am just happy and grateful. I'm happy and grateful for life today. I don't take life lightly, I don't take it for granted. I know I say it all the time, but I truly mean it. I feel like every day that we are given another day, we need to be humble and we have to be willing to look at us so that we can right our wrongs. Because at the end of the day, no one can change you but you. So I'm happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for you. I'm happy and grateful that I understand that I am healthy, that I am wealthy, that I am prosperous, and that everything that my hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest, prosper, and grow, whatever it is that I am pouring out. Okay. That's why I'm happy and grateful that I have an opportunity to right my wrongs because I know I don't do everything right. So, in that same posture, in that same sense, I'm happy and grateful for you. I'm happy and grateful that you're healthy, that you're wealthy, that you're prosperous, and that everything that your hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest, prosper, and grow. And so I've been, man, Jehovah God has been dealing with me on such a a different level. It's like it's supernatural. Okay, it's just supernatural. But one thing that I have been reminded of, and I'm not a sports fan. I don't necessarily watch sports as entertainment. It may be on TV because my dad or my husband, but it's not my thing, right? But what I hear a lot is that no matter the first, second, and third quarter, if you finish strong in the fourth quarter, you can actually win the game. So you could be behind through quarters 1 through 3, but if you finish strong, you could actually win the whole game. So I've been thinking because we just finished John C. Maxwell, How Successful People Think. We went through that book. But prior to that, we did Napoleon Hill. We've done these different things and series, books that I've been reading. Because we did Mike Murdoch as well. Dr. Mike Murdoch, the 7 Laws of Uncommon Success. So we've done thinking, no, yeah, Think and Grow Rich. We've done the 7 Laws of Uncommon Success. We've done How Successful People Think. Like that's already 3 books, right? That's what is popping up in my head. But I feel like even with us being in September, we're going into the last quarter of the year, the last 3 months of the year. And so I feel like what has really been pressing on me is a lot of things, my Nikki nuggets, okay? A lot of things of what I share and what I say and why I say them and why they are so real and true to me and in my life. So I don't know how far you are with your goals because you got to remember at the beginning of the year, we wrote vision, we wrote goals. I am so happy and grateful now that I am worth $100,000 in liquidity by December 31st, 2021. I still have my goal cards. I still have my vision. I wrote the vision and I made it plain. Okay. I hope that you did the same because that's what we've been keeping each other accountable for, the different things that we have written as vision. But when we look at it, I don't know about you, but when I look at my bank account and I look at the month of September, knowing that December is in 3 months, naturally, it doesn't look like it's going to line up. But a little birdie reminded me that if you finish strong, you can win the game. Okay. We're going into the last quarter. So today, I don't know, it's just been pressing on me to encourage you. Somebody needs to be reminded that it's never what you go through, but it's how you get through it. Someone needs to be reminded that you're not defined by what your body feels. You're not defined by what your bank account says. You're not even defined by who likes you. All right? You are learning to be who you are unapologetically through a posture of submission to the supernatural, through a posture of submission to Jehovah God, so that naturally humility will show. Naturally, health, wealth, and prosperity will show. I just came to remind you of that today. Okay? It's never what we go through, but it's how we get through it. Okay? Now, what I've been dealing with and what I believe I'm supposed to do, because now we've gone to meal prep Mondays, okay? And I don't know, it may not even be, I know Miss Jacinta on the call, so big ups to Miss Jacinta. And if you can put in the chat about the community, if you have not, listen, I don't know about you, but I'm going to finish strong. So I know we went from Monday, Wednesday, Friday to Monday, and that's meal prep Monday. It's us, getting on here 30 minutes to encourage one another and just to kind of have that little jump start kick or whatever for the week, right? But I really feel like in finishing strong, it's time for me to be a little more transparent. I'm very transparent, okay? But I say a lot of Nikki nuggets and I share a lot of things, but I never give you the back history or the fullness. Okay. In order for us to finish strong and to finish winning, we have to learn how to process the pain of our past. See, when I say it's never what you go through, but how you get through it, it's because I've been through some stuff. And in going through some stuff, there's a certain posture that I've had to keep no matter what comes or goes. And in the process of doing that, I understand I have learned that God doesn't send me seed in my comfort. He sends it in my discomfort. My blessings didn't come when I was comfortable. It came when I was uncomfortable, which is why I say it's never what we go through, but it's how we get through it. Okay? There are other things, and I want to encourage you today. So if you feel that all hell's breaking loose, if you feel like, man, I'm almost to December and I haven't even scratched my vision card. I haven't even scratched my goal card. I just came to encourage you today that our time is not God's time. God is not, God dwells in eternity. He dwells in eternity. He comes and does things for us in moments. What do you mean, Nicole? We got something going on. When I was sick, excuse me, when the doctor said I was sick, when my body felt like it wasn't healthy, when all these things came on me, I would be remiss, or I would not be honest to say that I wasn't concerned. But there was a moment. I remember the moment. I remember going with Cynthia, and this young lady prayed for me. She didn't even speak English. She did not speak English. But when she laid her hands on the area where the mass was, I felt fire, like fire shoot in my body. God left eternity for a moment, came into the world for me. Boom. And it was so, it was done. But there was still a process. Hindsight, looking back, I understand this. Okay. It was in my discomfort that I was blessed. But I still had to go through a process to be here today. I can't even tell you how many years it's been, but it's been years. Because I don't celebrate what the world says. I don't celebrate handicaps that the world tries to put onto me. I can't tell you how long it's been remiss or in remission. I was never sick. I was healed. By his stripes, I was healed. So regardless of what tried to attack me, I never owned it. But I didn't stand in this confidence when that began. Listen, when she was praying and I didn't even understand what she was saying, and then I felt all this fire, I was like, what the what? Like, what in the world? Okay. But supernaturally, I knew by faith something happened. Okay. I want to encourage you. I want to walk with you. The next 90 days, beginning in October, I want to be able to be transparent with you. Okay. One Monday is not enough. But I really feel like in this season and in this time, I got to be willing to be transparent and share my story with you, share my journey with you. Okay. Because he gives me these nuggets and they're to encourage. But you got to remember, and like I said in the beginning, I don't watch sports. But one thing that I know and I believe, because everybody says it, you can win the whole game in the last quarter. I want you to be encouraged. No matter what you're going through, you can still win the game. All right. You may have fumbled, you may have lost, you might not be on the scoreboard the first, second, third quarter. But if we can score and keep winning the last quarter, we're going to win the whole game. All right. I want to walk with you. I want to be accountable. I want you to be accountable to me because I want to finish strong. All right. October through December, 90 days. I invite you to walk with me. And what I want to do is I want to share with you my journey. I want you to know why I say learn how to process the pain of your past, because it's not what you go through, it's how you get through it. Do you not realize that some of the stuff that we go through right now, it ain't even for us? Just like there are generational curses, there are generational blessings. Sometimes we go through things and we don't even understand why, but they're residue of things that have maybe crippled or enabled us in our past. Maybe we were too young to even understand or remember, but we got to be willing to go through that. All right. You got to be willing to get to the roots of a lot of things. You can't understand the fruit if you don't deal with the root. All right. So if you believe that God doesn't send blessings and comfort, he sends them, you get them in discomfort. Okay. If you take the time to look at places where you've been blessed, if you're honest with yourself, if the struggle was probably real, there was a struggle somewhere. Now, some things come because here's the thing, because God deals with us on a different level. Even right now, while we're speaking, I believe that there are millionaires and billionaires having conversations about me. I believe that there are millionaires and billionaires that are going to sow into the vision of the meal plan. I believe that there are millionaires and billionaires that are going to that are already preparing seeds to drop on me. They're just waiting for me to show up. See, I believe that. Because if I believe that my blessings come through my discomfort, then I believe that God knows the beginning and the end. He knows everything already. But I believe this is a time where we can finish strong. And I believe this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to lay out all of this so that if one person is able to grasp it, be blessed, prosper, and grow, and be esteemed higher than me, then I feel like Jehovah God will be pleased. Okay. I know that this is a little different today, but and I have to stay obedient to the things that I feel are laid on my heart to do. So if anyone is interested in receiving more information about what I'm speaking about, go to my website. I am Nicole D. Jones. I think it says contact me. You're able to put your name, your email, and there's a block. In the block, just put 90 days. Okay, just put 90 days and information will be sent to you. But I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do this with anyone who's ready to finish strong. Now, like I tell you all the time, I don't know about you, but I believe in your health, your wealth, and your prosperity. I believe that greater works you shall do. I believe that there is purpose for your life. I believe that in everything that your hands go to touch, it must manifest, prosper, and grow. So in order for us to do that the right way, we have to be in the right posture. We have to be in the right position. But we got to be willing to deal with the roots so that the fruit that we bear will be fruitful and multiply. Okay? We have to be willing to do that. I gotta turn this light off. We have to be willing to do that, all right? So if you're interested, one, make sure you're signed up in the community. Jacinta should have put that in the group, in the text. Two, because that's where I'm going to be talking about all this for the next, that's going to start in October. And two, go to my website. I am NicoleDJones.com. I think you can put it in there like that. I am NicoleDJones.com. If not, it's www.IamNicoleDJones.com. Fill out the contact me card and in the message put 90 days and I'll give you information. If it ain't laid on your heart to do, then that's fine. But it's what's been laid on my heart to do, and to be willing to be transparent. Because even when it was laid on my heart, I was like, man, I feel like I'm transparent enough. But no, the depth, the depthness of those uncomfortable places that have birthed who I am and understanding whose I am unapologetically. See, posture of humility can't come until we're willing to submit. Okay? We got to be willing to submit to Jehovah God. We got to be willing to go back to those places. We got to be willing to deal with the roots. Okay? And I want to see everyone finish strong. I want to see everyone finish strong. Okay? So this meal prep Monday, I want to just encourage you again to just know if you're going through something, it is never what you go through, it's how you get through it. Okay? How is it that you're getting through? Where are you? What is your perspective? Is your glass half full or is it half empty? Are you walking in humility or do you have pride? Because pride always comes before the destruction. It always comes before the fall. All right. It's your posture. It's your attitude. Situations come and go. But when we can get to the place where we begin to understand that we have dominion of all things. See, these things, these affirmations, these things that we say to each other, let's start unpacking them so that they're not just words. You got to have weight with what you're saying. I believe it's not what I go through, it's how I get through it. Okay? So when hell starts coming and breaking out in my life, I got to fall back. Some people will feel like I don't care. Man, I care so much that if I got caught in the situation, I'd be in fetal position somewhere. I'd be on the third floor in the hospital in a straitjacket because I love that deep. Okay? But I'm learning. It's not the situation. I can't focus on the situation. It's not what I'm going through. It's how I'm getting through it. All right. It's perspective, it's posture, it's attitude. Instead of getting upset, I got to get humble. Instead of looking at everything and everyone and what they're not doing, I got to look at me. That's not easy to do, y'all. Excuse me. It's not easy to stay there. But a lot of times, permanent change doesn't happen because we don't stay in those places long enough. All right. And I'm not saying I've perfected it because I haven't. But what I am saying is I'm very intentional to try to stay in that posture. And I want to see you win. I want to see you finish strong. I want to see that every goal that you've written and every vision that I believe came from Jehovah God for your life, your purpose, I want to see it happen. So because of that, I'm willing to give you me. All right. If you want me. If you don't, it's cool. It's all good. It's all good. Because ultimately, you've got to ask yourself, are you ready to peel your layers back and get to the root? And by faith, I believe that you will be, because ultimately, I believe this is a season of prosperity. I believe that, time is moving, days, it feels like they're getting shorter. They feel shorter, but I don't know about you. Feels like my days are getting shorter, but in that shortness, I feel so much more fulfilled. So that the hours feel like they're shorter, but the fulfillment I get in my days, I feel fuller. All right. I want to be able to share that with you, and that you have that too. Because I know we all go through stuff. All right. I'm not on here like we don't. Okay. So I want you to remember, it's never what you go through, it's how you get through it. I want you to remember that your life is predestined, that this is a fixed fight. No matter how bad things seem or how they feel, this is a fixed fight, y'all, and we win. Nothing happens by chance or surprise to Jehovah God. It's just a surprise to us. All right. He is the beginning and the end of all things. Everything is already predestined. So when things aren't getting better, we got to learn how to stop looking at people and the situation and start looking at us. Is my perspective right? Is my posture right? Is my attitude right? Let me say that. We got to start there. Is my attitude right? Okay. That's first and foremost, because your attitude comes from your mindset. And if you can't shift your mindset, then you're not going to prosper and grow. But there's a process to this. All right. There's a process to this. It's uncomfortable, but I promise you, you can walk through it with peace. I'm uncomfortable right now. If I begin to lay out with you what has been going on with me and what's been going on around me, and how I'm watching the enemy attack the ones I love the most. And God is like, be still, Nicole. Nope. Be still, Nicole. Hear me, Nicole. Listen to me. See, this is why I tell y'all, it's not what we go through, it's how we get through it. Don't think that I'm exempt. I'm first partaker in anything that I say. Okay. But I do feel like that there is a process and there is a way that is divine for us to make it through. Okay. So again, I am Nicole D. Jones. I want you to remember that you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous. Everything that your hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest and prosper and grow good fruit, because it's who you are, your purpose. All right. Your life matters. It matters to me. It matters to me. You're relevant, you're necessary, and you are needed. Don't ever forget that. No matter how you feel and what's going on, never forget that. If you left today, I haven't had enough time with you. Okay? Life is like a vapor. It can be gone. We don't know the day or the hour. But what I do want us to know is that we are relevant, that we are loved, and that we are loved, and that each one of us has somebody that when you hurt, that someone else is hurting too. You got to know that you're valuable. All right? Know that you're valuable. All right? Stay humble, stay focused, and stay positive. And just know that everything is for you, and you will have it. You will walk in your prosperity, okay? I don't know who needs to know that, but no, just know that, all right? And again, 90 days with me. If you'd like to walk with me, hear my story, just want to be nosy, I don't know. Even if you want to be nosy, your life gonna change, all right? Go to IamNicoleDJones.com. Continue to have a fantabulous day. Smooches.